The floor's coming up. New light going up. All right, plank push-ups. Come on, it's a workout. Oh shoot, that was not smart. True to everything that I get my hands on, nothing's ever as easy and as smooth as I'd like for it to be.
Welcome to my life, yeah. On the bright side, yeah, this music here became my only lifeline. Think I'm going crazy, I'm not in my right mind. On the bright side, yeah, hey. Yeah, one day caught that brand new Benz way. Hometown asking am I rich, yeah. Repetition from my chest, that's a bench press. Seeing more behind the frame, future bright but feel the shade. Thinking ain't nobody feel the way I do, but someone gotta feel the same, yeah. On the bright side, yeah, this music here became my only lifeline. Think I'm going crazy, I'm not in my right mind, yeah. Welcome to my life, yeah. Welcome to my life, yeah. Welcome to my...
Soon we're going to transform this space into a little home gym. So right now this is kind of the before. We really haven't utilized this space since we moved in. It's the basement den area. The boys kind of had their computer set up for like gaming. At one time I thought about doing a little home theater setup like we kind of had in Venice, Florida, but the wall space, the layout with the built-in bookshelves and the wall, it just really was kind of too narrow, too small. So I never really liked the layout for that. So we never really did that. It almost became just kind of like a little bit of an Auburn room. We have our Auburn stuff up, but really not utilizing this. So we're gonna transform this space into a little home gym. We're gonna rip up this carpet. I've got some new flooring already ordered. I'm selling these chairs, getting rid of that. And it's gonna be a slow process, probably like a little piece at a time, but eventually we're gonna transform this space. So let's get a good look at the before. It's got the old carpet. Maybe gonna change out the light. All right, get everything cleaned out. Pictures off the walls. Little holes patched, ready for paint. Although there is a hole that I discovered, one of the boys knocked a hole and covered it up. So we're patching that. All right, the paint is done. Looks good. I like the gray, minus that. Gotta finish sanding that down, patching it, and then paint. All right, let's see, the floor's coming up. So I'd cut the carpet there so that we can do the new rubber floor all in the bottom. Thankfully it wasn't glued like completely down. It was just kind of like the strips that are glued. It'd be a whole lot easier to get up. Jaden here putting in the work. Yeah. Put in double work. He got Chick-fil-A gear on. Now he's becoming Mr. Construction.
Digging up the nails and the wood at the bottom.
All right, Micah did this half. Jaden's doing the other half. So just now got to pop up all the little trim pieces. Got carpet pulled up and finish going around, and then we'll have to scrape. Get the floor smooth. Let's see Micah's patch job. Oof. You can still see the imperfections, but I guess it was pretty decent for his first go at it. I may have to come back over that. All right, progress. We'll have a rubber floor down in here, hopefully soon. All the carpet is out. Even cut the little edges of the linoleum that was left underneath. Floor has been scraped. Got some concrete patch. Micah J is gonna do this for us. He's gonna patch the crack that runs all the way along, just I'm guessing where the house is settled a little bit. Jane did a pretty good job scraping the floor. So hopefully everything's pretty smooth. May have to go over it again, vacuum again, get that down, mud, sand that down and paint it again. But yeah, it's coming along. New flooring hopefully will be down soon. Still don't have the light up yet. Another project Micah J is supposed to do for me. Got my electrician doing the light. Took down the old fan. About to put up our new low profile light and ceiling fan. And then let's work on the floors. New light going up. Colin's patching a little concrete, little holes where the nails pulled up some concrete. All right, let's see if our electrician's got it done. Oh, well, there's light.
Yeah, turn the other lights off.
Little gym ambiance right there.
You see a couple more this way.
Laying the first roll down, it was not level. We had to cut it level to get it in that corner. Now we just got to tighten it up. It's a little tedious trying to cut to get it tucked up under the baseboards, which ideally I guess you'd take your baseboards off, although you still have to cut around sections like this. And obviously you don't want to mess up cutting this roll or you're in trouble. So we're trying to scoot it into place. All right, we finally got the first strip down, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a little tedious. I thought the first one was gonna be pretty easy because everything should be square. You don't have to cut a whole lot. Well, first of all, I was not happy that the mat was not cut even. It was crooked, so we put it down and had to roll it back up, cut it completely square so that it fits in that corner. And then of course, you know, you have lips like this, so you gotta cut these little slits so that you can push it up under and get it close to the wall. You know, it's a heavy mat, obviously, and just trying to push it up under. So it was a little more difficult, and then obviously cutting an edge around. There was tile here. I thought about going over the top of tile, but I think tile would be a little bit more durable, especially coming in and out of that door at times. And then just trying to get it up under, you know, it was like, this is still popped up a little bit, but I haven't taped anything down yet, so I've got to tape it all down. But just the cutting, and obviously just want to do it right. So I cut not enough, which that's the way you want to do it. And then it still doesn't fit, so you got to cut a little bit more, cut a little bit more. And this rubber's tough to cut. Anyways, taking a little longer. I think it looks good. I'm a little nervous how square this is. That's what this piece is. We're trying to see, does it line up just right? You can see a little bit of a line, but again, I don't have anything taped down yet. So we're gonna roll this section up, tape it down, and then we're gonna bring the second roll down. The second roll I think is gonna be the easiest, right in the middle, not as much cutting. And then the last one will be a little bit more cutting because you gotta cut around that and cut down in here around the door. So, taking a little longer, but I think it's gonna look good. All right, well, we're gonna get back at it. Roll one's pretty good, get it all taped down. We do have a transition piece for that. Cut it around the door. Maybe not perfect, but pretty darn good. Second roll, hopefully this one's the easiest one. Less cutting, about to find out. All right, here's an example of what I was talking about. Look how uneven it is. You'd think this would be cut by a machine that would cut it clean, but it's not. That's kind of frustrating because then you gotta cut it. I've already had to swap the blades out a couple of times. This stuff does dull the blade, it's tough, which is good. It means it's quality flooring.
It's still hard to shake my hand. All right, there we go.
That needs to come up now. There. Okay. Careful if you were to roll it straight, is what that happens.
Get down on your knees, Jaden.
It's the gap filling in. Got a little bit of a gap at spots.
We can't, look,
Yeah.
this was just shut, and then once we push the rest down, it makes the
Spreads
gap.
out, yeah.
When you push one side in, it's opening the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we figured out a little trick. You got to do a push-up plank, the push-up plank position, and stretch it. And you can kind of stretch it just enough to cover the gap, and then push it down on top of that tape. That's the trick right there. Get rid of your big seams.
Oh, gosh.
All right, plank push-ups. Come on, it's a workout.
There's a gap.
That's barely a gap though. It was that. Oh,
Don't. There, we're good.
Need you probably. Yeah, I don't know why you're videoing. We need
Because this is good entertainment.
Well, Gavin just made a big crack, so how do you feel about that?
All right, let me hop in here and see what we can do.
Good job, Gavin.
you. I mean, I'm pushing.
Stretch. See, there you go. And then push it down in there.
Is there still a crack?
Nah, I got it. I got it. Look at that.
There's still.
No. Ain't gonna be no crack.
Ain't no crack.
Hold up, don't let it crack.
I'm slipping so bad.
Yeah. Watch your hand.
Gosh, Micah.
You think it's sharp. The top is sharp, not the bottom.
Pull it, pull it.
It's about to get to where it's already pulled. There's a small little crack.
No, ain't no crack.
What do you call that?
That ain't nothing.
Okay. That's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a 1/4 inch gap.
Okay.
1/4 inch.
Yeah.
No.
There was a couple spots that were.
All right, hold on. We pulled it too far, I think.
Look, you can just push it down. You can stretch it, you can squeeze it. Wait, hold on. Pause.
This is where we have to maybe shift.
Hold it. Oh my. Okay. The lost.
All right, hang on. This is where we got a little gap right here. We got to push.
What? Gotta get on the other side.
You'll be able to see a little bit of a seam, but not much. Not much.
This is seamless.
All right, now for the worst one. The one that we have to tie into the edge, and of course the room's not perfect with the rolls, so we have to cut the edge, and that's the long cut all the way down. And then just trying to tie it into the carpet with a transition piece, tuck up under the baseboards, tie it in here, but we're getting close, very close, very close. Pull it nice and tight. And then come around here and you can start pulling on this side. Oh, it's all right. Yeah, this is where that crooked path is coming in. And pulling the paper up, double-sided tape, trying to really stretch it and get that seam really tight. It's leaving a little bit of an air pocket, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna go back and trim that and then press it up under the baseboard. But when the first one didn't get completely straight is what we figured out, I'm about a 1/2 inch off at an angle, and it's made the rest more difficult. It looked straight, but probably should have gone back and measured. I think maybe the door frame or something just caused it to get off a little bit, so it just never really got fully flush. But we're gonna make it work. It's gonna look good. And it's a home gym, it's not professional. All right, here's the room finished. Walls have been painted. I got the new low profile light and fan. It actually changes colors. Let me see if I can figure out how to work it. Let's see. Oh, that matches the other lights. You can go with a kind of a wider, brighter, more of a daylight. And then back. And then we can kick up the fan. Got the fan going. It puts out a pretty good little breeze. And if we want just pretty cool little lighting like this, yeah, but very happy with it. Next, we're gonna put a treadmill right here. We just let strongman Lakeland just move it around as he wills. All right, the treadmill is up and in. It's a big treadmill. It's the X22i, the one that goes like 40-degree incline. So you can do those steep walks. Excited to have it in. Got some mirrors. So I got 2 of the 36 by 60 inch mirrors, and I did buy a little trough. I saw people saying, hey, you really want to get one of those. Gavin and I have been putting that in. I do need to add one more screw. Those are all in studs, little screws that you can see, but I don't have a stud right there, unfortunately, so I'm going to try to put like a little anchor in, and then we're going to mount those bad boys.
Yeah.
Let me know where those screws are.
Up more. Up. Alright.
See if it's hitting the back of those screws. Look behind.
I can't even see that. No, it's not right now.
Yeah, hopefully that trough is wider. What's that noise? Hey, I'm digging it. All right.
Oh, good thing I stayed here.
I thought you were staying there.
I was, I know, but.
All right, let's see here. Where was the stud? Oh shoot, I can't see. I should have marked the ceiling. That was not smart. All right, so we just slid it down. I marked with blue tape at the top so I can kind of see where the clips need to go. So we're gonna slide it back over, back in the little trough. All right, let me get this one. All right, let's put the second one up and then just kind of guide me.
Over some parts, yeah.
But I feel like it's not.
It's got a slot. Oh, it's not even.
Well, because it's sitting further back, it's like it's not angled.
Oh yeah, it's not.
That maybe.
There we go. We gotta push this over some.
And then let's see if we're level still. I just want to make sure the thing is level, because if it's not level, that may not be. See, this is leaning this way. It's when you try to push that, because it's touching at the top, but it's not touching at the bottom. So that means it's not 100% level.
It's not.
Could be the trough, yeah. It's getting a little, when I was screwing it in, it could have tweaked a little bit.
Straight down.
Yeah, but it's the mirror. Let me try something here. All right, so let's slide this out a little bit. And then I'm gonna stick this down in the bottom. I think it helped a little bit, didn't it?
Yes.
So if I go a little bit more, I'm gonna just double it. So what I'm doing is I'm raising it up.
Yeah, but why does it need raised?
Well, because if this is hitting and it's going this way, if we raise the bottom, it's going to make it.
Finally clicked in my brain.
Yeah.
Hey! Is that it?
I think that's it. That may not be the right way to do it because we may have been uneven, but it's looking pretty flush. And now the line is straight, so I just wound up getting some of the cardboard from the mirror and sticking it in that corner. I mean, you can kind of see it on the video, maybe explain it a little bit better. So I was just lifting the bottom up because top of the mirrors were touching, but it was leaving a gap at the bottom. So by raising the bottom up, I was able to slide them together. So let's take a look. You can see that line, there's no gap. It's together all the way across. So now I just got to put those little attachments at the top. All right, mirrors are installed. They look good. The light's looking good. Got nice down lighting. As Gavin was saying, it's a good flexing mirror. Shows the down lighting. All right, we'll continue working on it another day. We had some neighbors actually give us a few pieces of equipment they're moving. So I now have a little bench. Not the best quality in the world, but it'll work. We already had a couple little dumbbells, but then excited about this. They actually had a 45-pound Olympic bar and some plates. So that's nice. Got some 45s, 35s, 25s, 5s, and 10s. So we now have a little bit of weights and we have more stuff to come. What I'm gonna work on today, I'm gonna do a TV mount. Yes, I got a TV. We only have big TVs here. We don't really have any smaller TVs, so I was kind of wanting a little bit in between. So that's a 40-inch. It may be a little big for what I want, but I've got an idea with what I want to do with it, so I can kind of watch it from Treadmill as well as for when we're working out. I think my idea is gonna work, but we really got to just test it out and see. This arm does all sorts of crazy angles. So let me get it up and let's see what we got. I originally thought I was gonna go with the stud like right over here on the edge, but that may cover up the mirror too much. Yes, it'll be good for a little bit more distance viewing, but I'm thinking this is gonna be the best bet. I have it measured, have my holes marked, time to install the bracket. Oh, this thing's heavy. Jiminy crickets. Well, I ran out of time yesterday and I basically had everything done other than just hanging the TVs. So that was my idea, but yes, this is what I envisioned. So let me give you a POV from the treadmill. Look at that. So yes, there's a big nice screen on the treadmill. However, I'm probably not going to use the iFit and I'd like to just watch TV or my Netflix or YouTube. Yeah, you can kind of get some of that on here, but really it's just easier. And I prefer to look straight ahead than constantly looking down. So very pleased with that. And then if we're working out over here in this area, then we have the TV up there to watch, again, TV, ball games, whatever. All right, I got my future electrician son here to put in an outlet. So we're just gonna run an additional outlet from that one up so that the TV can plug straight in there and not have any wires.
Wait,
so look all clean and neat. All right, true to everything that I get my hands on, nothing's ever as easy and as smooth as I'd like for it to be. So something that we're very confused on. When I put this in, I know that's in something hard, wood. I wasn't sure about this one, and then sure enough, we're doing test pilots. Nothing here, something here, and we think it's a board going horizontal. So maybe there's horizontal boards. There is center block on the other side of this to some extent. So I don't know what kind of gap. And there's a board there. We're not real sure. We might probably make a big old mess. All right, that's good news. It's going straight through the sheetrock.
Yeah, there's a stud right there. And it's going horizontal, you can see it. I don't know what that is. It's going this way.
Yeah, I don't know either. Let's pray there's nothing else between that and that outlet down there so we can run the wire. Yeah, I see the wood right there.
It's going horizontal for
Very
whatever
strange.
reason. Get your trace this way.
Now you got it all smoothed out so it'll fit in there.
Yep.
And I don't get it so wedged, now we can't get it back out.
It ain't. See?
All right, it's.
Oh, no shot. I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, he
What are
stuffed
the
it up there
odds
and there
of
it came right up.
That's the most lucky we've ever been on a project ever, I think. You kind of need to feed it while I do it, make sure it doesn't hit anything.
Well, we had to fish it back out because we couldn't get it through. We had to drill a bigger hole in the box. And then we messed up, I guess, the insulation in the process because we could not get the fish tape or the wire back through there. So after, I don't know, at least 30, 45 minutes probably of pushing and shoving and pulling and finally got the fish tape back through there. Just got the wire back through. Now my little electrician down here gonna wire everything up.
Should be the easy part.
Yeah, should be.
Hold the box still and hold the wire out the way.
I say hold the light. That was my job as a kid. Hold the light for me, boy.
Now, normally we have a flashlight set up somewhere if we're working in the dark. Yeah, that was what you do. Maybe like this.
Moment of truth. I'm about to turn the power on. Let's see what we got. Since you're my electrician, I'll let you do the test.
Oh gosh.
Hey!
Shout out Mr. Eddie and Ease.
Hey, he's learning something, boys and girls.
I'm not as green as you think, Mr. Eddie.
Roku! All right, good job, old boy. I do have 3 more mirrors, so I'm gonna hang those right there. All right, like we did the other one, we're gonna put these little rails in. Mike is looking for some studs. We've already measured. I did these mirrors 18.5 inches off the ground, so I'm gonna do similar. I think that worked out good as far as height, because these mirrors are 3 foot by 5 foot.
This thing sucks. There has to be a stud right here.
So guys, we are really close. The final piece, I shouldn't say the final piece because I'm not sure, it probably won't be the final piece, but the critical piece of our home gym has arrived. Look, we had the floor, we got the mirrors, got the treadmill, but we really didn't have that fitness gym equipment, and now it has arrived. Yes! So all these boxes will be the all-in-one home gym that I got to put together. And it's going to go right there. We got the piece of equipment together, and for those that are interested, I'm going to do a whole separate video on how you put this thing together. We'll do the unboxing, putting it all together, but save that for a separate video. So I'll put that link down in the description, maybe even put it somewhere on here if you want to click and watch that and learn more about it. But let's see the finished product, the dream home, budget-friendly gym. Here it is. Man, check it out. Got walls of mirrors. Went ahead and added another mirror because once I got this in, I did want a mirror behind. And again, I'll tell more about this piece of equipment later, but I do like having a clear back where you can actually see some of your lifts here. But this is from Landmark Athletics. It is the TC, the Training Camp EXT3 all-in-one home gym. And man, I'm gonna do a whole nother video again on all the features of this bad boy, but this will do it all the different attachments. Man, we'll go through all that later, but check it out. So this is the workout area. Of course, got mirrors. Oh yes, even more mirrors. Can't have enough mirrors. Over the years, we've accumulated some dumbbells, and I bought a little cheap dumbbell tree off of Amazon, and then gotta have the little semicircle balance ball. Lois Ann loves to do exercises on that. Got the boys doing that as well for balance. Even helps with some speed. Changed out our light. Let me cut out our other lights.
And man, you talking about some good downlighting, get some good flexing going on in here. I'll have to show you some of that later. Yep, look, the TV in the back, boom. And it's on a nice swivel because that was important because I want to do treadmill over here. Well, you can swivel this thing around if you want more of an angle. Maybe it's Saturday morning, getting your workout in, watching a little game day, watching some football. And then when you want to do cardio, it'll swivel all the way around. And then you hop up here. Bam, look at that. Got a beautiful view. Here's the little lighting. You can cut the fan on. Again, I wanted a really low profile because I knew this equipment was going to be tall. And if you're just doing any kind of lifts overhead, what I had before was a ceiling fan that hung down. If you were doing any kind of lift, you know, if you had a dumbbell, even stretching your hand up, you're going to get in the fan. So that's a real low profile. I do kind of like just a little bit of less light. Again, it's really good lighting on these mirrors as well. For some down lighting, we'll do some flexing in here. The boys have already enjoyed doing that. But yeah, guys, I'm really happy. We still have our Auburn tribute back here with some of our Auburn memorabilia and even some family photos with the built-in bookshelves. But here's the rubber flooring. It turned out nicely. We are eventually going to do something different here. That's some old carpet. We'll eventually change that out. But this is the home gym. Guys, and I'm super pumped. I think it turned out great. And again, you can do more lighting if you want a lot of light, or you can just go low light, whatever you're in the mood for. So that's it, guys. It wasn't super expensive. It's not a real elaborate gym. It doesn't have all the crazy pieces of equipment. It's got just enough. It's kind of a small footprint. It's just a small basement den. Don't have super high ceilings, but I got enough equipment in here to do what I need to do when I'm gonna do it. Finally have that dream home gym that we've been wanting for so long. It's taken a while to get it done, but it's done and we're able to use it. And of course, I'll probably be doing some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, this is it. This is the home build. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it's inspired you to get some creative ideas to do things on your own. And again, if you're interested in the home bundle, shout out to Landmark Athletics. I appreciate them hooking me up with this. I'll put a link that will save you guys a little bit of money if you want to purchase this. I will earn a small affiliate commission off that, but it's mainly to help you guys out. You'll get a significant discount. Again, it's very affordable for what you're getting. Look for some more videos. I'll be doing all sorts of stuff with it. What do you think of the home gym? Leave some of your comments. What would you change? What do you like? What do you don't like? Curious to hear your thoughts on our home gym. So hopefully this has inspired you for those that are interested, that are searching for home gyms. Hopefully this has helped you out. We'll catch you in the next video.
Subscribe, my man, Murph Squad. Let's go.
Let's go.
Shout out to the boys.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life.